So, the MG HS has always been a fairly premium car in terms of the MG range. Well, it has been updated over a year ago now, and there are quite a few getting round. Since then, we have also had the IM range come out, as well as the MG S6 EV with its electric version of the HS. Does this make it relevant still then? Well, let's find out. Welcome to Everything Cars and More. So to start with, we do get the new MG design language, but on this car it is a lot more premium and upmarket. We get this huge grille that dominates the front and almost looks like an Aston Martin Zagato grille, which is crazy on an MG. Next to this, we get these sporty side vents that do actually have a purpose, and it also gives this car a more menacing look. We also get some fog lights lower down, as well as a sporty central air vent. The headlights are very slim but sharp looking and house LED technology within them, and they are connected with this black and chrome bar. Just like the MG ZS Node I reviewed last week, I would have liked to have seen a light bar in replacement of this, especially on something like this. Overall though, it does give a strong front end look. Moving around to the side and we get a very interesting and premium look. To start with, we get a sharp crease down the sill and near the window line. We also get some more creases around the pronounced wheel arches, of which are gloss black, and this is the same with the seals too. We also get a lot of chrome and some sporty looking door mirrors. We also get this black panel that doesn't do anything, but it does look like it should house a side camera. Maybe something in the future then. Anyway, it does look sporty though. Even these wheels look great and typical MG. So far, it does look and feel premium. Moving around to the back of the HS, and it does really look very good. To start with, we get this ducktail spoiler design which I do quite like, and below this we get a set of sporty taillights with a triangle design in them. There is also a light bar too for the first time on MGs, and this coloured bar which personally I think would look better in silver or chrome, but that is just being a bit picky from me. The bumper design also looks decent with some fake diffusers and sadly some fake exhausts. Overall though, this is a real step up from the previous HS. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section below, and whilst you're at it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Right, let's have a look to see what the engine and gearboxes are like that you can have with the new MG HS. So, the MG HS can be had with 3 different flavours. You can have a normal petrol option, a petrol mild hybrid option, or a petrol plug-in hybrid option. Let's start with the petrol version first. This uses a 1.5 litre turbo unit which has 169 brake horsepower. This can do 0 to 62 within 9.4 seconds, which isn't too bad. This is mated to a 6-speed manual gearbox and powers the front wheels. The next version is the mild hybrid version, and this uses the same 1.5 litre engine without a turbo this time though, but the power has been increased to 224 brake horsepower. This reduces the 0 to 62 time down to 7.9 seconds thanks to its electrified assistance. It can also be driven on electric at low speeds too. This engine is also mated to a 2-speed automatic gearbox and again powers the front wheels. Efficiency is quite good too though, at 51 miles to the gallon compared to 38 for the regular petrol model. The final version is the plug-in hybrid version, and this uses the same 1.5 litre engine, but this time it has an electric motor giving the HS 299 brake horsepower, which is extremely good. This also reduces the 0 to 62 time down to 6.8 seconds, which is quite quick considering the size of car. This is mated to a 24.7 kWh battery pack, giving it over 70 miles of electric only driving. This is more than any other plug-in hybrid that you can buy at the moment, making this the best option overall. The price of the new MG HS starts at £26,245 for the normal petrol model. This isn't too bad, and it does beat most of its rivals by £6,000, if not more, which is something. Right, let's have a look to see what the interior is like. So, climb inside the new MG HS, and it is completely different to the previous model. To start with, the dashboard design feels very German. We get this winged leather dashboard shelf, which is very premium. On this row we get a set of buttons, which is always nice, and a dual screen setup with the latest MG infotainment system. We also get a fully digital instrument cluster too. As you know, with my MG ZS Video, the infotainment system does work quite well and is fairly easy to use. The instrument cluster note is all new and houses relevant information. It is customisable and you can have the map in front of you, but I would have liked to have seen more customisation options, as it does feel a bit restrained, but it isn't too bad. You also do have to go deep within the menu though to adjust it, which is again a bit of a shame. We do get a set of new indicator stalks now taken from the MG4, which is nice to see, and they also feel very Audi-like. But we also get the usual new MG steering wheel. The centre console is quite nice with a BMW inspired gear selector, but there is a bit of piano black plastic which won't be to everyone's taste. There is some silver elements though, as well as a decent amount of storage, which is quite nice. The centre console is also quite high up, making you feel like you sit quite low down, which is very good. And finally, the seats are very comfortable and supportive. Sadly though, there is no ventilated option, which would have been nice, but they do have a memory function, which is great. What would also be nice to see is the return of ambient lighting. The previous model had it, but sadly this one doesn't, which is the biggest shame ever. Anyway, let's have a look to see what the rear seats are like. So, climbing into the back of the new MG HS, and we get a good amount of legroom and headroom. The materials are also very good, and we also get an armrest and a USB-A port. Weirdly though, we do get a set of rear air vents for both sides, but they are connected for up and down, but not left and right. It's almost like you have 1.5 air vents. Also, the armrest doesn't have any storage this time like the previous model either. I would have also liked to have seen a sunroof too, just like the previous one, but this is still a nice place to be. Right, let's check the boot space out. So, opening the boot electronically, and you are welcomed with a 507 litre space, which is quite decent. It also feels quite premium too, and there is a bit of storage underneath, which is also quite nice. Folding the rear seats down 60-40 split, and this extends to 1,484 litres. The seats also lie flat, which is a bonus too. So in summary then, what do I think of the new MG HS? Well, it is a huge step up from the previous model in terms of look on the outside and inside, but also build quality too. The previous one always felt like it could rival a Mercedes in terms of quality, and now this new one definitely can, and even beat it in some areas. 10 years ago, you wouldn't have thought of MG could even come close, yet now they have even beaten the Germans. You also get a 7-year warranty and a decent price too. You know, I think Jeremy Clarkson was right about Chinese cars all those years ago on Top Gear. So, what do you think of this car then? Leave a comment below, and whilst you're at it, don't forget to give a like and subscribe to Everything Cars and More. I'll see you in the next video.